Hello, everybody. I don't know if anybody's on. Just waiting for some people to come on. Where are we? We are in New Berlin. New Berlin. All right. $3.99 a gallon for gas here in New Berlin. I haven't driven this way in quite a while either. Hey everybody, Yogi here. Beautiful Sunday afternoon to you. I am in New Berlin, Wisconsin, which is I think it's Waukesha County. It says 77 degrees. Beautiful day. We have had a beautiful stretch of weather. Not too hot. Beautiful stretch of weather. And it's supposed to continue. It's supposed to get a little warmer throughout the week, but it's going to be June tomorrow, so it's expected. I hope you folks are having a great Sunday. I'm having a good day. I just got done road tripping. Kind of a last minute decision, actually. There was a place that's been on my mind for quite a while, and it's in the city of Muskego. So, actually, two places that are in Muskego that are memories. I had memories of one place, both places aren't there anymore. The one place I'm pretty sure I had the location correct, the 24 Outdoor Theater, drive-in theater that used to be on Janesville Road, just as you were entering Muskego. The other place, Muskego Beach, otherwise known as Dandelion Park. And when I was a young lad, my dad used to have his company picnics at Dandelion Park. So we would go there. I probably went there 3 or 4 times total, but I loved that place so much, Dandelion Park. And when it closed, yeah, I was only 10, I think. I think it closed in 78, so I was only 10 years old when it closed. But I was sad because I loved the Tailspin, the wooden roller coaster they had. And, the other rides were kind of cool too. They did in 1970, oh boy, I want to say 74, an 11-year-old boy fell from the Ferris wheel and died. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. They also had, just opened up Marriott's Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. So, and again, that's like 70 miles away from there. So I don't know how that could be how that could take away from so much business, but apparently that was the final nail in the coffin, the fact that they, Great America opened up and then Dandelion Park closed in 1978. So I did an episode of that and the 24 Outdoor Theater. And then I drove around Muskego, did my usual demographics, notable people, and also did an area called Big Bend. Found out some very interesting things about Big Bend. And just kind of reminisced a little bit because there was a pond, like a really small lake kind of pond where my dad took me fishing once, and drove past that. And then I drove into Tishigan, which is south of Big Bend, because when I was in this band in the 1990s called Cyanide Ester, for a while we were practicing in this person's garage who lived in Tishigan. So I wanted to see if that house was still there. It was still there. I'm pretty sure it was the house I saw. And I was just kind of like, reminiscing, going down memory lane. So these episodes aren't going to come out for a while because I have so much stuff that I've edited. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not one of those YouTubers that can afford to go every day and film something I have to pick and choose when I go. Now, with my new job, you may not have known this. The members know this because I talked about it with the members. I started a new job about a month ago. I am currently working at a cookware company in West Bend, and I like it so far. The only problem is my feet are really bugging me. I ended up buying a $200 pair of Hoka. They're called Hoka Bondi 9s, I think, because my feet were really just driving me crazy. And they still are as the week goes on. But we also have, we work Monday through Thursday, 6 to 3:30. So 6 a.m., 3:30 p.m. And then I got to get over here because I'm at Highway 100 and National Avenue. I'm in West Dallas right now. Where's this Greenfield? Well, this is West Dallas, I think. So anyways, squirrel. So I started this job like a month ago, and I enjoy it, except for my feet. And we work 6 to 3:30 Monday through Thursday. So we work 36 hours, and then we're on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we get paid for 40. So we work 36 and get paid for 40. No arguments about that, being off every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's been going pretty well. I'm so thankful I'm not doing the DoorDash, Uber. I mean, right now, gas is so expensive. It's just not even worth Ubering or DoorDashing. I was considering DoorDashing and Ubering on my day off, my Friday, and then to make up for it. But with gas being still expensive, it's not worth it because half of the money you make that day is going to go into your gas tank, and it's just not worth it. So I'm taking a break from DoorDash and Ubering for the time being until gas prices come down. But is this road closed? Or is this lane closed up ahead? I can't tell. Okay, so yeah, I've got so many episodes edited. I just released the East Troy one. That was the start of a road trip I took back in late March. I started with East Troy, and in the following episodes will be Darien, Milton, Edgerton, oh boy. There's another one like Edgerton, starts with an E, I can't think. Evansville. Evansville. So there'll be in Evansville, Edgerton. I ended up in Monroe, staying overnight in Monroe at a hotel, and then starting my trek back the following day because I wanted to get the exposure in, being somebody who has anxiety. I don't go into the details or anything, but one of the issues I had with it when I started getting anxiety in 2020 was being in doing a hotel thing. So I've been doing that now, which is awesome. I mean, finally going to a hotel and staying there alone with nobody to quote unquote save me. The ramp is closed. I can't get on the freeway. Oh man. All right, well, I guess we're going to Lincoln Avenue. This is my old stomping grounds. West Dallas, Milwaukee. Construction everywhere. Roads closed everywhere. Oh my goodness. I hope you folks are doing okay. Feel free to comment below. If I can answer your comment, I will. If you want to help me out, support the gas fund, send me a super chat. That'd be great as well. Like. Well, please like the algorithm. I'll tell you what. Okay, so anyways, let me talk about the episodes and stuff first, and then we'll talk about YouTube and how weird YouTube's been lately. So yeah, like I said, I've got a bunch of episodes that I've edited already and that are done that will be coming out. I've kind of been messing around with my schedule. I was doing like 3 episodes a week for a while, and things were working out pretty good doing it 3 episodes a week. I was getting a lot of subscribers and stuff like that. And then I was like, I just felt like I was doing too much. So then I backed off to 1 episode a week. And now I don't know if I'm just going to upload. I've heard different things You should upload constantly on the same day. Other people say you should upload whenever you feel like uploading, and because people will see it regardless if they're your subscribers. And so I don't know. I'm still playing around with that. I don't know if I'm going to change the upload schedule or just start uploading stuff as I feel like it. The other thing is YouTube. I don't know what is going on. I'll gain subscribers and then I'll lose subscribers, and maybe it's people that just aren't interested in the content anymore. I don't know. But I've really been frustrated lately because it seems like my subscriber counts have been kind of stagnant. They're not really moving anywhere, and they're not going up. They're not going down. Well, they're going down. They'll go up like 1 or 2, and they'll come down like 1 or 2. So I don't know if YouTube's removing people from my subscriber count. I don't know. I've heard things, and if they are, shame on them, but I don't know. I don't know. The other thing, and the fact that I've been doing YouTube now since 2020, I think it was April of 2020 I started, right as the pandemic was kicking in. Because I was bored. I didn't want to sit at home and let's hope that never happens again. Ooh, I got to get over, or else I'm going to go to Madison or Milwaukee. I don't want to go to Madison, and I don't want to go to Milwaukee. I'm coming up to the Zoo interchange right now. Anyways, I've been doing YouTube for 6 years now, over 6 years, like 6 years and 2 months, okay? And I'm trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work still after 6 years. Because I'll see YouTubers start their channels and like 2 years later, they're at 100,000 subscribers. And I'm thinking to myself, I've been doing this for 6 years. I'm at 2,000 and I think 2,080 or something like that. I don't even know, to be honest. And, you know, I take a lot of things into consideration. Maybe it's, number one, I ain't no attractive guy, okay? I'll put that right out there. I'm not somebody that, I don't know. Is it my personality? Is it, you know, I start to doubt and start thinking things through, and I'm like, why am I not getting anywhere? Why am I not gaining any traction? And the one thing that really kind of blows my mind is I thought by this point in my YouTube journey that I would have more members. People who believed in me enough and enjoyed the episodes enough. That's a cool car. Woo! Look at, well, you can't look at it. I'm not going to turn my camera around. But members, I'm grateful to the people that watch the videos. Do not get me wrong. I'm very grateful to you folks who watch the videos and give them likes and comments and thoroughly enjoy what I'm doing. I honestly thought this far into my journey, I would have more people believing in me enough as my channel and enjoying the work that I do, because it is work. I mean, you're out driving, filming, then you have to edit. It's basically a part-time job. I mean, you know, depending on the episode, you could be editing for hours, and plus all the driving and plus the filming. And I really thought at this point I would have more people supporting the channel by becoming members, and that has been not the case. On Patreon, I was making the mistake of uploading all my videos because Patreon suggests you upload them for free so people can see your work. Well, if I'm uploading videos on Patreon for free, what incentive is there for somebody to become a member? And I'm doing the same thing on YouTube, but I'm also filming members-only episodes that only the members can see. And over the course of my 6 years and 2 months or whatever it is I've been on YouTube, I have over, I'd have to say I'm close to 800 episodes on this channel alone, plus probably another 100 on my Patreon that people haven't seen unless you're a member. That I guess maybe I expected too much. I don't know. Again, folks, please comment below. I know times are tough. I know it's hard for people to be able to afford things right now, you know? I have these bouts of where when I doubt myself and what I'm doing and if it's worth doing. And you know, I'll get the push from people. Yeah, don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop what you're doing. But then on the other hand, part of the reason I started a YouTube channel is because I would have loved at some point for this to be my job. You know, there's so many, and the problem is there's so many channels out there too that all have great content. Well, there are channels out there that have great content. But some channels, it just blows my mind because you're living in a van and you have a dog. You have 150,000 subscribers. It's like, and I watch some of these videos and I'm like, what? How is this person getting so many members or views? Or it's weird. And another thing with YouTube is, I've mentioned this before, but I have one episode out there. I don't know exactly why it is. I think it's because I did an inside and outside tour of this particular plantation, the Rosedown Plantation down in St. Francisville, Louisiana. This was back in 2021, if you want to look it up. For some reason, that episode blew up. I have like 108,000 views of that one episode. And on that trip, I filmed 3 plantations. I filmed the Myrtles Plantation, which is pretty famous, notorious for being haunted. I did a paranormal episode there with my sister, and then we, filmed another episode just walking, because we stayed there. We stayed overnight at the Myrtles Plantation. Again, they're 2021 episodes if you want to go back in the playlist and look for them. And then we filmed a place called Oak Valley Plantation, which was also a really cool plantation, but we didn't go in. We didn't do a tour because we had just missed the tour, the last tour of the day. And we were on a schedule, a real tight schedule, so we couldn't do it. We just didn't have time. So I think because of the fact that we actually did the Rosedown Plantation inside, did the tour, and if you watch this episode, you can tell the tour guide's not happy that I'm filming the whole thing. She was not happy at all. But I had permission to film it. They said you could film it. She probably wasn't expecting to film everything, but I was like, I just kept the camera rolling. I mean, I wasn't like not listening or anything. I was listening, but I had my camera going the whole time. And again, for some reason, that episode, 108,000 views. I had to turn the comments off because I was being called a racist. I was being called, a slave owner, even though I live in Wisconsin. I have no connection to slave owners whatsoever. And I was in the North where the Union was, who fought against slavery. Go figure that one out. Because of my skin color, obviously I'm a slave owner. I don't know. So I had to turn comments off because people were accusing me of stuff, and it's like, no. But that's what we do now on social media. We just kind of, hide behind our usernames and attack people. That's why I don't do Facebook, I don't do Instagram, I don't do X, I don't do any of that stuff. Snapchat, whatever. The only thing I have is the YouTube channel. The only place I will post stuff is on my YouTube channel, because I'm not interested in going on Facebook. I've been on Facebook. I got tired of Facebook in like 2021. So I got off of that, and I've never really been on Snapchat or Instagram or any of those places, because I just don't want to be. So my next video after Rosedown, as far as views goes, drops way down to, I think it's still a hometown drive of Milwaukee that I think is maybe nearing 20,000 views. So I go from 106 or 108,000 views of the Rosedown Plantation down to my next highest viewed episode is like 20,000. That's a huge drop in between episodes. People are still watching them, and I'm grateful for that, because if it wasn't for the Rosedown Plantation one, I probably honestly wouldn't even be monetized at this point. And for those of you who think once you're monetized on YouTube, the money starts flowing in, oh, no. That's not how this works. You get paid for views. Let me give you an example. This is how much I make on my YouTube channel. Now, you get paid from Google, who owns YouTube, like every 2 months, I think it is. Yeah, it's every 2 months you get paid from Google. You have to meet a minimum threshold of $100 in views to get paid. If I go 2 months and I only have $99.99 worth of views, I don't get paid for those 2 months. I lose out on that money. So you have to meet the minimum of $100 to get paid. And there have been months where I don't get paid. And I'm still out there creating content, still driving, doing what I gotta do. And it's unfortunate, and it's not fair, but that's how YouTube's got stuff set up. So, my last, I just had a money deposited from Google a couple of weeks ago, and that turned out being, what was it, like $111 for 2 months. So you're looking at $50 a month, and that's great. I mean, it's money in the gas tank. It's less I got to put in for gas. But I'm really, the whole thing with the members is just kind of making me wonder whether this is worth doing anymore. Because I was really hoping at some point that I would have enough members who enjoy this content enough, who would be willing to become paying members of the channel, get the bonus stuff. I mean, I have plans for when I get more members to have like contests and giveaways. And well, right now I have a bonus episode a week, that's all. But my goal down the road is to have giveaways, bonuses, stuff like that, because, people are putting their faith into me and what I do, and I want to turn around and pay it forward and help you folks out. And if I don't have members, I can't do that. So at the peak of my, peak, I had 2 paying members on Patreon and 3 free members on Patreon. And I lost both of the paying members on Patreon because the one member, she was like, well, he's putting all this stuff up there for free. Why am I paying him? So she stopped paying and, just wanted to get since I was putting the episodes up for free on Patreon, why pay? And so after I realized that I was doing that, I was like, okay, I gotta clamp down on this. It's getting me nowhere, and it's gonna sound like I'm being a jerk or a dick or whatever, but us YouTube creators, we would like to be paid for what we create. And I just clamped down on Patreon, and now I made it one free episode a month. The other 3 are locked, and you have to pay and become a member to see them. And for YouTube, it's not the same thing. I mean, I'll release episodes once in a while, members-only episodes, for people to see, and if they like it, hopefully they'll purchase a membership. But with YouTube, I could just put that behind the wall, and bronze members and up can see it. So YouTube, I had like, I think 3 members at once. That was my highest. And now I'm down to 1. And so I have 1 paying member. After being on YouTube for 6 years and 2 months, I have 1 paying member. And that's it. And I guess I was just expecting more people to enjoy this content enough to where they would support the channel. I mean, it's not like I'm asking an arm and a leg. It's $3 a month starting on YouTube. And I think Patreon is as well. And for that much money, again, I've said this before in episodes, it's the price of a 20-ounce soda nowadays. You're going to pay $3 at a gas station for a 20-ounce soda. And instead, maybe consider helping me out and getting those 4 bonus episodes a month. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, there's times when I get like this and I'm just kind of like, why am I doing this? Because it seems like it's going nowhere. And again, folks, don't get me wrong. I appreciate wholeheartedly the comments, the feedback, the fact that people watch it. But lately, maybe it's my content. I don't know. But I usually do small towns in Wisconsin. That's like my priority. That's kind of like a goal of mine, to hit every small town in Wisconsin before I pass. And I like to do the downtowns, give out demographics, notable people, any kind of history, any kind of cool things. And it just seems like my last episode of East Troy that I released yesterday, I don't even think I have like 35 views yet, 40 views. It just seems like my views are going down. My subscribership is going down. I don't know. Comment below. Is it me? Is it stuff I'm doing wrong? Am I not friendly enough? Am I not smiling enough? Am I not? I don't know. Should I not show my face ever and just film stuff? I don't know. I don't know. It's been frustrating because I look at other channels and they're just, they're not blowing up by any means, but they've been doing this a lot less than I have, and their numbers are just going up and up and up and up. And then there's me, who's just kind of stagnant, heading in the wrong direction. I don't know. I'm just kind of doubting things, the way things are. So I'm already heading up to almost at the West Bend exit here on 45 North, 4145. It'll split off in a second to 41, or 45, I'm sorry. There's a really cool abandoned house over here. Problem is getting to it. It's a very long road. It's right there. So again, if you're listening and watching, comment below if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, what I could do. I've watched YouTube videos on how to make things better and how to get more views, and it's just, I don't know. YouTube's a very, very weird, very, very weird thing. It's like, it's almost as if they're suppressing me. I know it sounds stupid to say, but it almost sounds as though YouTube just does not want me to succeed. Because I like to think that what I shoot is interesting to people. It is to me, or I wouldn't do it. I like to think that my editing is okay. I don't hire somebody to edit my episodes. I edit them myself. I don't have the money to have somebody edit my episodes. I'm not Mr. Beast. If I was Mr. Beast, I'd have somebody else edit my episodes. But yeah, I do all the editing myself. I do everything on my channel myself. I don't have anybody else helping me out. What's coming up? Other than this road trip I just took today. And it wasn't a far road trip. I was about 40 miles away. But it's an area that I loved as a kid, and I wanted to head back there and just kind of see how things have progressed in the years since I've been there. So I have a bunch of episodes coming out of the trip I took in March, the end of March. And then these episodes. So the stuff I filmed today is not going to show up for a couple of weeks because I'm filmed that far out ahead. I do have a road trip planned in a couple weeks with paranormal investigator and author J. Nathan Couch. He and I plan on going up to Bellevue, Wisconsin, which is one of the UFO areas of Wisconsin, and checking that out, and then heading up to Peshtigo, where the Great Peshtigo Fire happened the same night that the Great Chicago Fire happened. But a little known fact that a lot of people don't realize is that the Peshtigo Fire killed more people, and it actually jumped Green Bay, the water in Green Bay, and I think it burned a little bit of Door County as well. So we're going to do a Peshtigo episode. Again, it's all about timing. I think they have a museum up there. We're going up on a Saturday, coming back on a Sunday. I don't know if we're going to make it up to the Peshtigo Museum in time for it to be up. That's the problem with filming when you film. When you don't go up until the weekend, you're hoping and praying that places are open. Like today, when I filmed Muskego, I ended up going to the Muskego Historical Society site, and they have, in the Muskego Historical Society, they have artifacts from Dandelion Park. And one of the artifacts is the actual sign for the Tailspin wooden roller coaster they used to have. They still have that sign. And I would have loved to have seen that sign, but unfortunately I was there on a Sunday, and it said on the sheet that they're open every other Sunday. But this Sunday must have been the Sunday that they weren't open, so missed out on that one. And again, I would love to be able to hit these places, but now that I'm working a Monday through, Thursday job, I suppose I could have hit this on Friday. I didn't think of it on Friday, though. Usually my legs are so sore by the end of the week, and my feet, that I usually take Friday off the last couple of weeks just to have my feet calm down a little bit. Again, I bought a $200 pair of shoes. They're called Hoka Bondi 9s, and they're a very comfortable shoe. But after working doing DoorDash, hardly moving in your car, and hardly doing anything, to going to working on a concrete floor 9.5 hours a day and continuously moving, it's been a real shock to my feet. And the first couple weeks, my body too was just kind of real sore from all the movements because I hadn't done that in so long. But I love the job so far. It's been fun. The day goes by. It seems to go by for the most part pretty fast. But you know, I'm new, you know. I'm a new employee. We'll see how things go. You know, they always say there's like that honeymoon period when you start a job. You're all gung-ho, you're all happy, and, you know, the company's happy, and then they always say the cracks start happening. You start hearing people talk about other people, and you get dragged into it, and try not to get dragged into the drama and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens, but so far so good. What else is going on? As far as any other road trips, I really don't have anything long planned. I do, after 90 days, I get 1 week's vacation after 90 days already. And after my start date, which was May 5th of next year, I'll have 2 weeks of vacation. So after 1 year, I'll have 2 weeks of vacation, which can't beat that. That's pretty good. And so far, the schedule is, like I said, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're off. They might, depending on how busy we are, put us on Friday for a couple hours, like a 6 to 10 or something like that, and actually work the 40 hours. But other than that, it's Monday through Thursday. So I have 3 days, and I could do a lot. I could do a good trip in 3 days. Probably hit anywhere in Wisconsin. There are places I want to get up to. Manitowish Waters. I want to check out the Little Bohemia site where John Dillinger had a shootout with the FBI. I've been there before. I'm trying to think, did we eat there? I don't think we did. I think we went up to the museum, though, that was upstairs. I don't know if you can film any of that stuff, but I'd like to check that out. And there's lots of stuff I like to check out in Wisconsin. And in fact, 3 days is pretty much enough time to check out anywhere. It's just going farther and farther. The one thing I would have loved to have done this year, Route 66, being the centennial, would have loved to have done some Route 66. Now that I have this new job, I don't see that happening, which sucks, but because to do Route 66 proper, now I've done parts of it. I've done Illinois, most of Illinois. That's back in my 2024 or maybe 2023 road trips. I did most of Illinois. I've done some of Missouri, all of Kansas, some of Oklahoma, up to Tulsa, and that's it. So I've done a little under half. Well, I shouldn't say a little under half. It's probably a lot more than that. Between a quarter and half of Route 66. I'd love to be able to do that again. Unless I win the lottery, I don't see that happening. And it just takes too long. It's just, if you want to do it proper, it's going to take you at least 2 weeks. And that's going one way. And then you got to come back. So I would either have to rent a car, drive the route, fly back from LAX or wherever. Me personally, I would rather drive and actually find a different way back. Maybe do like the Lincoln Highway. But yeah, those are places. There's a lot of YouTubers that are doing that this year. I mean, the Route 66 thing, everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. And it would be cool. I would like to see it just to see it. I mean, not only to film it for you guys, but just to see Route 66, especially out west. You know, like Texas and New Mexico, Arizona, California. That's where I would like to see it. I mean, I've been out west a couple times. I've been in San Diego. I've been to Tucson, Arizona. I love it out there. And a road trip would be great, but it just ain't gonna happen. You know, if I was a Tampa J or a carpetbagger and this was my job, I would be doing Route 66, but I can't. It's just not feasible. And I just don't have the time now that I started this new job. So, yeah. I think that's going to do it. Nobody had any questions or anything. For all you that stuck around and watched, thanks for stopping by. checking out this live stream. If you want to check out the rest of it and see what I had to say, please do so. I was road tripping today, did some filming, Muskego and Big Bend down in Waukesha County. I'm almost home, actually. I'm only like a mile from home. So I'm going to call it a live stream, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spending some of your Sunday with me. Please give it a thumbs up. Give this episode a thumbs up. Very important to the algorithms. Hype this video if you can. Hyping, I guess that's got something to do with algorithms now on YouTube. Comments, any suggestions about what I talked about today, feel free. If you believe in this channel enough and would like to support it, become a member. Become a member on either Patreon or become a member on the YouTube channel. You will get a bonus episode a week, and I will try my darndest once that gets built up to have contests, giveaways, and more. I just can't do that right now because I don't have any members. So, in West Bend, Wisconsin now, beautiful West Bend, Wisconsin, this is Yogi. Take care of yourselves, folks. Take care of each other and be good to each other. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Take care, folks. See you later.